Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome. Thank you for returning. And if this is your first time, it's so nice to have you. I say this every week, but I'm really working to get these videos just a little bit of a shorter length. I know it's nice to kind of hop on here, get a quick reading, and go. We have all very busy lives. So I'm working on doing that. I've already cut the cards and shuffled. So we're ready to go. So let's just dive right in and let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in. And I want you to pick a number between 1 and 3. So deep breath in. Card number 1, 2, or 3. Don't second guess yourself. First number that pops up. And open your eyes. So the overall energy for the week is the Four of Wands. And what I'm getting from that is that there's a feeling of dissatisfaction about something. So it's like you want to celebrate, but it's almost like you're second guessing and doubting yourself about whether or not you're allowed to celebrate. It's almost like we've ventured forward to try and do something and gain something, and perhaps it's maybe missed the mark. So you're feeling a little bit unsure of whether you're worthy or not of celebrating whatever that you're going through. And it's kind of shaking us up. We're not really sure what's going on from the outside. So it's external energy that's sort of pushing on us, being like making us feel that hesitancy of whether or not we should keep going forward. I'm getting this energy feeling that it's like it's almost like we took one step forward to try to leap to where we were going, and it didn't quite land the way that we wanted it to. So if you can imagine sort of a gymnast, the ones that do the pole vaulting, or it's not pole vaulting, what is it called? The beam walking, and they're going along the beam and they do the backflip and they get that wonky sort of land at the end of it. So that's my feeling. It's like we're going along and we're doing the best that we can, but it's not quite landing the way that we hoped. But we have to remember that we can still celebrate that, because we can still celebrate the effort, the trial, the passion, the spirit that we're putting into things is cause enough for celebration. So don't let it shake you too much. If you chose card number 1, where I'm getting is a heartbreak due to loss, but what I'm getting is that disconnect in that energy. So perhaps you were hoping to date somebody new or see something through, or maybe you had a relationship that you were hoping that was going to expand, but it didn't quite land the way that you had hoped and wanted it to. So perhaps there's a separation that's involved right now. It could just be a separation, not necessarily from a romantic partnership or relationship, but a separation to an ideal, the way you had hoped things would be, and it's crushing your spirit a little bit. It's making your heart hurt. So just know that this too will pass, and just be careful and very conscious about the thoughts that you're feeding yourself around what situation you're going through with this right now. Our thoughts can be our worst enemies, and oftentimes they lead us in a direction that's not necessarily true, and it builds sort of a false sense of unworthiness. So just know that you are worthy no matter how the situation panned out, and no matter what you're going through right now. It has nothing to do with what you did. It just didn't land because it just maybe wasn't meant to be at this time. For those who chose card number 2, we got the Youth of Swords in reversed. A lot of reverse cards this week. What I'm getting is that you're doubting yourself a lot, but maybe your actions were too fast at this time. So whatever it is that you went into that didn't quite land, you might have been charging at it in a rapid speed without being prepared enough for what you were venturing into. So I would suggest that at this time, just take a step back, maybe look at the overall big picture, look at where you've come from, look at where you're going from, see how you can tweak things so that moving forward, you have a better chance of like really sticking that landing. I go back to that balance beam sort of figure, but it's like, if you want to stick the landing, you got to practice, you got to put yourself out there, you got to have the courage, but most of all, you need to have the patience. So don't rush this. For those who chose card number 3, we got the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and what I'm getting from this is you're feeling a little bit shaken. You've got that sort of that little scaredy mouse feeling of like, this didn't work out, so why go forth, why like it's almost shaking your confidence. Like I'm getting this flash of this like little picturey scaredy mouse sort of hiding in the corner from that big bad broomstick that's going to come at you. But really what you need at this time is to just really ground into yourself and go back through and check your tangible sources that led you here. So you might need to go back in and recalculate finances and check and see where there maybe was potential errors in ways that you can make up for things, the way you can make things back. And then this is going to help drive you forward in a different direction. But it's really what I'm getting is that there is some sort of error that has really ruffled your confidence. So go back through and look to see where the mistakes were made, where you can learn from this to try and recuperate your confidence and try to recover from this, because you need to be grounded and focused and to really, really, really understand what's been going on. So whatever loss or something that didn't quite land for you that way, you actually have an opportunity to go back, and it's like retracing your steps. Retrace your steps in order for you to get grounded, so that way you can stick back in to whatever it is that you need to do going forward. And it will bring you some peace of mind if you retrace your steps and just kind of don't get obsessive about doing it. This is more like looking for errors so you can, it's almost like band-aid up the situation, repair it and fix it. Think of it like, this just came to mind, like a chip in your nail polish. You can just sort of paint that over and it will build it up to a new finish so you can get moving forward. So it's not a complete disaster, not everything has fallen apart. It's just that you need to retrace your steps to rebuild and sort of bandage up the situation, fix the chips in the nail polish to repair it. That way you can feel more confident and grounded. I'm going to wrap this up again. We're got there to 8 minutes. How does this happen? Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope that was helpful. If you have any comments or anything that you'd like to see in videos in the future, please, please, please comment them below. They help me to be able to be of service to you so that this is beneficial to everyone. And I just want to say, I always do my readings of a place from love and light. They are meant from the deepest of respect from within me and through spirit. And I just want to say, to remember that there is always free will. So you can change your course of action whenever you are ready. All right? Love and light to you all, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.